Hello and welcome back to another Keylink video. Today we're with Jean-François from Ravifruit and I believe we're going to be looking at a Passion Fruit Ganache.
Good morning, Joe. I'm very happy to present exactly Passion Fruit Ganache made with Ravifruit Passion Fruit Puree. And it's super easy to do. And for this recipe, we'll use the Thermomix, the machine, very easy to do to warm the ganache and to have the perfect texture.
Excellent.
I will show you. You can see it's very fast because we need first to take the fruit puree from Ravi for the recipe. After we had inside, we have inside the sorbitol. We mix little bit
Does
together.
That mean mixing with a spatula or can that
No,
just be
I
gently
mix
shaken?
just I check.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And after I had the glucose and inverted sugar inside.
So what's the purpose of the glucose and invert sugar here? What does that do?
It's a give a very smooth texture.
Okay.
You know, it's give for the result. It's give a very smooth texture and not granulated. You know.
So it ensures there's no grittiness. It's a nice smooth ganache.
Exactly. Yeah. When you eat, it's very melting in your mouth.
Yes. Perfect.
So when I have all these ingredients inside, I warm until 37 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Excuse me. And with this process, we just program the machine. We put the minute for to be sure to have enough time for doing
So
the
this is a
ganache.
constant 36 degrees at 1 minute.
Exactly. Yeah. That's reason. I put by safety 15 minutes.
Yeah.
For to be, but I will finish before, of course. But by safety, I prefer to have more than not enough.
It's good to have the extra time.
Exactly.
Just in case it is in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Now I just start to warm, and I turn the machine until there is a flashing light on for the 37 temperature. When it's flashing, it's not ready.
Okay.
When it will be ready, what's happened? I had the chocolate inside.
Yeah.
I let it to warm a little bit for melting the chocolate, and after I will stop, and I will finish with the butter.
Okay.
I mix all together, and when it's mixing, I take out and I put in piping bag for finishing in the chocolate shells.
So at the moment it's gently warming the ingredients in there, amalgamating those together, ready for the chocolate and the butter.
Yeah, exactly. After you can use for chocolate shell, you can use on a tray. You let to crystallize, and after you can dip in chocolate.
Okay, so you can do it.
There is the two options for that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So you can see it's we let the time to do for that. I start to use to take the chocolate.
Yeah.
And when the temperature will be down, we can mix all together. It's a simple and easy recipe.
So it's very approachable. Most people can do this with a Thermomix.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't have a Thermomix, it's the same, but you warm in a pan.
Yeah.
You know, and after you use a blender and you crush all together.
Okay. So people can do this at home as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You can see now the temperature is ready for that. I open. But first, I slow down because if I keep the same rhythmic, all will splash.
Of course.
It's not good for the jacket.
No, not ideal.
So, and I pour step by step the chocolate inside. You know, I slow down a little bit again.
So how long roughly will it take for this chocolate to fully melt and form into the ganache in here? Is it another minute or so, or is it a little bit longer?
No, it's very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah. And after you can do with other puree, if you like raspberry, if you like a mango, you can use different flavors.
So the concept's the same, you can use any of the
Exactly,
fruit range and do exactly the same.
Totally right. But it's important to use enough character fruit puree, you know.
Yes.
If it's too light, after you cannot find correctly the tasting.
So it's all about flavour profiles, making sure you're picking the right fruit to match with the chocolate.
Yeah. You can see we now I close a little bit and accelerate for to raffine
Bring it back up to what it was.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little bit noisy at the beginning, but after
Yeah.
when the chocolate will be melted,
It'll be nice and homogeneous.
yeah, exactly. But you can see now we hear. Now it's not crushing; it's more smooth.
It's a lot less noisy. It's starting to melt
yeah.
into it. Okay.
And when it's like that, I stop the worm
Yeah.
and I add the butter.
And the butter, is that purely for texture, much like the sugars? Is that the same reason you're adding it?
Yeah,
Okay.
the butter give, more it's fatty, more it's better.
More rich.
Yeah.
Butter is always good.
Yeah. I accelerate a little bit just for to finish to raffine.
Yeah.
And when I can hear ready to do,
Yeah. So a lot of it is actually going on the sound of what you're listening.
yeah, exactly. The sound will give you,
You can't hear the fence
about
churning anymore.
yes,
Everything's nice and smooth.
absolutely. Now I just take a look. I control with, in French we call that marise.
Marie.
Yeah. And now you can see
That's a lovely smooth ganache.
we have very nice shiny ganache.
Yeah, very silky.
Yeah. And I put in a piping bag, of course.
And we've got here some pre-prepared truffle shells as well, so customers can get these and
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
a fully formed truffle within a matter of 10, 15 minutes effectively.
Yeah. And you can see it's a very, not chewy, but a very, very...
Very thick ganache.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So that's why it works as a cuttable ganache as well, so you can use it as a cuttable and then dip it as a dip praline.
Yeah. All right. And we just need to pipe inside the chocolate shells. And the first ganache will be ready.
Amazing.
I told you, super easy, super fast.
Very quick. So we're doing a fully filled truffle shell here. We're not doing half and half. Are we?
No,
This
no.
is fully filled.
Fully. But after, if you want, for example, you can do with fruit confit. Fruit confit is like a pâte de fruits, but less sugar.
Yep.
And you cold down the fruit confit, you crush, and you can put half fruit confit and half ganache.
So you could have a small layer.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
top of that
exactly.
extra
There is,
zesty
yeah,
flavour.
if you want to have more fruit or something like that.
And in this case, are we going to be doing just a classic rolled truffle where we pipe these off with chocolate and then we roll them, or are we going to be doing something a bit different today with them?
Yeah, we can, there is all solution. How I explain to you, you can put in a shell, you can put on a tray, you let to set, and after you cut. This ganache is very easy.
So you can treat it as like a traditional ganache, use it in any way that you want. I suppose you could even use this in bakery applications then with that level of flavour.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use, if you want to make a chocolate tart, you can use this ganache too.
And are customers limited to using a dark chocolate in this case, or can they mix this with milk or white chocolate?
If you use a milk chocolate, you need to take care to have a very strong milk chocolate.
Okay.
Not so sweet, because more it's less milk chocolate, and more it will be sweet.
Right, okay. And the same case with white chocolate, I presume you need to be quite careful with your choice.
Exactly. But the interesting, I like to use a passion fruit puree because passion fruit is very tasty, very fruity. And with the chocolate, it gives a very, not strong, but good acidic tasting.
Yes.
And,
So in our case, we've used Valrhona Manjari. Here's something like the raspberry puree may go particularly well with
exactly, it's working very well.
Yeah.
It's working very well.
So you said earlier about making sure the customers pick the correct flavour. If they were to go for something extremely zesty, like the lemon fruit, Ravifruit, for example, what
Yeah.
would you recommend to pair with that? Would dark chocolate still work, or is that a little bit too zesty?
Yeah, no, it's working and it's very good. You can add a little bit some zest after if you want, you know.
So you wouldn't need to adjust the ratios or anything
Exactly,
like that. It
yeah,
can still
yeah.
work.
No, it's all it's about your imagination after.
The limit to your imagination when it comes
Yeah.
to these kind of things. So I can see with this recipe, it looks like we've got the perfect amount for a full tray of truffles. No pressure. I know you're coming up to the final
Yeah.
ones, but this recipe will be ideal for that.
Exactly. You can see the recipes is just done for one shell.
Amazing.
It's ready. We let to set, and after we can use for to drop in a chocolate or to eat like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching today. If you'd like to find the recipe on this passion fruit ganache, click the link in the description below.